Welcome back to another video, everyone. Today it's time for 2023 to come to an end. This is going to be our 2024 New Year's fire alarm sound off. Now, if it looks even better than last year's, that would be correct. It is. We have more devices than last year. We have 34 fire bells plus another 6 horn strobes. We have a total of 40 sound producing pieces of fire alarm equipment here. As I just said, 34 bells and 6 horn strobes and sounders for a total of 40 sound outputting devices. This is going to be loud. This is going to be really loud. We're currently a little bit till New Year's yet, a few hours, as it is only 4:36 p.m. I've just finished setting up this system. This is all going to be powered off of my SFP10UD. We have all 4 NAC circuits being used as we're going to need them. We are pushing this panel pretty hard tonight. This is a lot of current that's going to be coming off the 10UD. I did some basic brief calculations and I think it should handle it. I think we're going to be at around 5 amps or under of load. I based that off of mostly these larger bells. These Durabells are a lot higher on current. I know you guys don't want to hear the details though. It's New Year's. You guys are wanting to hear a sound off, so I'll keep things brief. We are running 4 NACs. This row of 14 bells and strobes is 1 NAC. This row of 14 bells and 2 strobes is 1 NAC. These old Durabells, because they're so much higher on current, are on their own NAC. And then this row of horn strobes and this bell is on its own NAC. We have 5 Edwards Durabells. We have 18 Edwards MB10-24s. We have 4 Edwards 439Ds. 3 of these Simplex bells. 2 really old Simplex bells. 4 Genesis strobes. A Mircom bell. And a general signal bell. Then some system sensor at the bottom here. This is all going to be activated by this notifier NBG12L. We're going to be setting this all off right at New Year's, right when we switch over from 2023 to 2024. On that note, let's talk about this year. It's been a pretty decent year as far as the YouTube channel goes. In the past year, we had 3,700,000 new views to the YouTube channel, 262,000 hours were watched to the channel, 262,000 watch hours, 11,400 new subscribers, and I've uploaded 160 videos in the last year. I don't even want to think about how many hours worth of editing and filming were spent to make those videos, but you know what? It was all worth it. So thank you for all of you guys who made this year another successful year of having this YouTube channel, because this YouTube channel would be nothing if there wasn't people to watch it. So everyone that supports the channel, thank you. It's much appreciated. It's not just the YouTube channel itself that has had a lot done in the last year. I've also done a lot, and I've created a lot, and a lot of that is what has been uploaded and made this year a successful year. Let's talk about it. First of all, didn't have this beard going on last year. That's pretty nice. Okay, anyways, well, we replaced the fire alarm system at a school. That was a pretty big video. You guys always enjoy those. 2 or 3 more are coming before I'm leaving the school district too. So more of those are coming, but that's besides the point. We also installed an entire fire alarm system in my house. We installed a full-on addressable system from start to finish. We started with nothing and installed an entire system all flush. It looks pretty good in my opinion. I mean, that's pretty big. That was a lot of videos. I think you guys really enjoyed that, and that provides a continuation of a lot more videos too to come in the future. We built and since took apart entirely new demo systems that weren't here before. It's behind a bunch of stuff, but you get the point. Even though literally nobody watched it, I still did it. Where me and my friend built this giant Lego Titanic. This is probably the favoriteest Lego set I have ever built. This is amazing. I love this thing. We've filmed at least 12 months worth of monthly tests this year. Towards the end of the year, that was both systems. We tested the fire alarm system at many schools, including 2 new schools in a central plant that had never been shown before because they were a brand new build. And we can't forget about the generator. We have done so much work with this generator building to completely automate everything. A year ago, this was not automated and everything was fully manual. This was a pretty big job. As much as the fire alarm system was probably the most physically demanding to install in the house, working in the super hot attic, and there was some difficult times with installing things, to mentally figure things out, that was by far one of the toughest projects mentally I've ever done. There was definitely plenty of time spent thinking about how are we going to make this work. I won't go into detail because I'm sure most of you know, and if not, there's so many videos on it, but that it might have looked easy. That was not an easy project to come up with that and creating your own automatic generator. There's a lot that goes into creating an automatic setup to start generator and monitor power and then transfer power and do it all safely and legally. Like, it's a pretty big job. I think it was this year too that we installed this entire drop ceiling and lighting here. It was definitely this year that we installed this drop ceiling lighting. It wasn't a video, but I installed a new projector screen, completely altered this whole back area of the garage, moved all my stereos around, blew a sub last week. You know, at first I didn't think we did as many projects as we did in 2022, which that might be the case. A lot was built. I built entirely new buildings and new rooms in 2022. But the projects we did do this year were pretty good, and they were pretty big jobs, like that generator job and installing an entire new fire alarm system in the house. We did some pretty big major jobs this year. It has now been over a year I've had a sprinkler system in this garage, and this might surprise many of the haters and doubters that said this was going to destroy my place, and maybe it still will, but it hasn't yet. So how about that? We've had no sprinkler heads gone off, no leaks, nothing's blown up and flooded the place. I'm not going to say it can't happen, but it hasn't happened yet, and I had a lot of people saying that was a terrible idea. It also hasn't put any fires out yet, but maybe that's a good thing. With all that said, I think we're ready to ring in the new year. But first of all, I want to get you guys excited for next year. I might be getting a little ahead of myself here. We already know this is around 40 devices right here. Rookie numbers. Next year, we're going to blow this out of the water. By this time next year, I believe, and I'm hoping to get around 70 more fire bells than I currently have. This isn't a joke. This is legitimately, I've counted this out, what I think is going to be removed and what I think I might be obtaining. Don't quote these numbers. If they change a little bit by next year, that's very reasonable. It could be a little lower or a little higher. But I am thinking we are going to have approximately 103 bells next year for a New Year's sound off. As a comparison, this is 34. We're going to have around 103. If that doesn't sound crazy, I don't even know what to tell you, because that is going to be ridiculous. That's going to have to extend outside. I am running out of room here in this front section of the garage. Our little 10UD also is not going to handle all those bells alone. We're definitely going to be running some NAC boosters, and that's just going to be absurd amount of bells. It is now 11:55. We are 4 minutes, 51 seconds. Oh, and I added another horn. I added a Edwards 24 volt AC horn, so it's ran off this transformer and this relay. "31 seconds. Jesus Christ! What the hell?
That is so loud.
That is insane! That was actually the loudest thing I've ever heard. 125 decibels. Happy New Year's, everyone. It is 2024. And it's set as a water flow. I didn't even know that. No fireworks at the school this year. That's too bad. Now that that's reset, I am pulling the battery and pulling the power. 125.9 decibels. That is insane. Okay, no joke. My ear actually hurt.
I can hear ringing still.
I've done fire alarm testing for like the last 6 years of my life, and I've never actually had that. Like, I actually have this high pitched sort of frequency, and then there's like this weird dull. No, that was actually a dumb idea. That actually hurt. Like, I'll recover from it. It's not permanent, but like. Okay, just before I actually upload this last final clip, I want to say Happy New Year's to everyone. Thanks for watching my video.